Good morning, everybody. Today is day 40 of being off the Pacific Crest Trail after through hiking 3,000 miles of it. I am Boss Bae, SuzieRiedel, writer, an amazing personality.
Beautiful eyes, excellent physique.
World class.
World class. Writer, blogger extraordinaire. I am Boss Bae Susie, breaker of chains.
There will be twerk. Huh, baby?
Twerk to be had. There's some hard twerking ahead of us.
You gotta just push it down like this.
Bye, baby.
I am walking the river trail to a coffee shop. I have my pack on, which feels really nice. And it's about 2.2 miles to the first coffee shop in Chattanooga. And then I'm gonna sit down and do some work. Today is more or less kind of our day off, so Robert's got his own thing going on and he is using the van, so I'm on foot today. And I have been missing my long walks, so this feels nice. Loose leaf lettuce, cool weather crop, doesn't form head or heart, cut and come again. Wait a second. Can I just take vegetables here? I was like, wait a second. This place is just like right here. I knew this place existed, but I'm like, if I come and pull some weeds, can I like take some of this fresh kale? What? There's literally directions on here for how to cook this kale. Steam in 1/4 cup of oil and season with salt and pepper. Blackberries? So I'm pretty positive I'm looking at this is the Chattanooga food bank area. And it's just a little vegetable garden. Could come here and get some fresh vegetables. Like I said this morning, today is day 40 since we've been home from the Pacific Crest Trail. And several of our friends and all y'all have asked how we're adjusting. And people talked about how challenging it would be to get off trail after doing such a crazy adventure. And I will say it has been quite the ride. Robert and I have did quite a few things to set ourselves up to be able to take 6 months off. And if you've been following our channel or been following us, you may know that one of the things that we did was rented out the bedrooms in our house. And so we rented it. We have a 3-bedroom house. We rented all 3 of the rooms separately. And when we got home, we moved into one of the rooms. One of the people left right when we got back. Their lease was up. So Robert and I just rented out one of the rooms. And before we left on the Pacific Crest Trail, we had 2 offices. And so we changed a lot when we came home. So it wasn't just adjusting from the trail, it was adjusting to a new thing when we got home. So after 6 months of living in a tent together, we decided to just share and work in one of the rooms and test out just renting out all the other rooms. So that was a fun experiment. Basically, we're living and working in the same room, and it's definitely an adjustment. When we first got off trail, we were like, oh, it's the coolest hostel ever, and that was the vibes and the feel of it. And then as we start to settle back into work and doing all of our projects and planning for the next adventure, it's been an interesting challenge. What's interesting to me also is the habits that we formed on trail. We're seeing those being a struggle to change, I guess is what I'm saying. For example, we never really ate fast food in our normal lives, just as a health choice, basically. And when we were on trail, we ate some bomb-ass fast food, and quite frequently, because it was cheap and it was a lot of calories, and that's what we needed. So now, coming back, it's like comfort. It's like definitely a comfort thing. I want fast food. Also, the joy that going to a fast food restaurant or eating rich foods meant. We'd often come off of a stint very hungry, our food bags empty, and having done something extremely difficult, like hike over the Northern Cascades or something like that, and the reward was a nice hot meal, on food. And that desire to want those feelings again comes out, except for obviously we're not hiking over the Northern Cascades. We're just doing normal stuff like sitting in an office chair working, and yet the desire and the habit that we formed on trail is now having a negative impact. So it's those things that we're working to change, and it's taking one step at a time. Prior to hiking the Pacific Crest Trail, I did a lot more personal training, and I did a lot of bodybuilding, and it's been several years now, but when I did my competition, and I actually won my competition. I won my pro card, which was super cool because it was my very first bodybuilding show. But anyways, I sucked at reverse dieting, and I blew up, gained a whole bunch of weight. I went from 145 to like 165 in like a couple of days, and I sucked at reverse dieting, and I totally regretted that. I was very hard on myself for doing that. But apparently I suck at reverse dieting, because here I am again struggling with the same thing. And what I didn't show y'all last night was the 2 ice cream bars and the 2 peanut butter cookies that I had. Because of that, I am going to go straight to the gym from this walk instead of sit down and work on my book for a little while. And another thing, getting off trail, stop me if I'm blabbing, but injuries. Like, I was dealing with some heel pain on the Pacific Crest Trail, and it happened probably about halfway through, and I was like, okay, I'm taking this to Canada with me. My heel just felt bruised, and I thought maybe once I got home and I stopped hiking on it that it would get better. It's not that bad, but it is still there, and I just haven't been walking or running as much as I would like to because my heel hurts. And so it's like interesting. You're pushing through, you're doing some amazing things out there on the trail, and it's like, I often think of it as like a race, and once you finish the race, then all the aches and pains that you were pushing away come back. There's some pirate ships down there. I gotta go check that out. Alright, well, I looked it up, and those are 2 replica boats, replicas of Christopher Columbus's voyage, and they're a tour, and you can go down and check them out. And that's the ship's travel, I guess. It's like a tour, it's like a traveling tour ship. Anyways, it looks super fun. I'm gonna see if Bobby wants to do that. That looks super fun. You can just go on there, and then I could see that there was like plaques and stuff. You could read about it. That is so fun. I can't just live on trail all the time. Or can I? What's up, guys? honestly, I could change the way I feel by doing this, by coming here. And there's no excuse for it because there are people dying every day, and I got an easy life, and I got it lucky. So, quote one of my idols down here at the Iron Paradise, empty gym, the way you like it. And I'm about to get a workout in before I go to twerk. Also, look at this. Well, that was nice. Now I'm headed back home where chores await and more work. Alright, y'all, I have been driving past this little thing, wondering what it is, and now I'm walking and I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna stay away from that. When I was hiking the PCT, I specifically remember a couple of occasions of getting annoyed at people who I thought potentially had like left their trash place, like very good trash. And there was also a part of the trail too where, you know, you accidentally drop a wrapper or something, and so like the person behind you would inevitably see it and they'd pick it up and you'd pack each other's trash out. Because there's only one way to keep the trail beautiful with so many people on it, and that's to practice leave no trace principles. And I'm walking the street. Look at this. Look at this. Just look. Side of the road. Trash. Like a trash. And I leave it. I do not pick it up. And that feels bad, but I'm not gonna pick it up, so I guess I'm a hypocrite of sorts. It's an interesting thing, society. Okay, this is interesting because this right here is, we got this shipped back from the Cookie Monster. So we sent this to Robert's mom on, when we got to Big Bear. When we got to Big Bear, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I've been cleaning all day and I found this bag. And so that's why I'm telling you about it. In Big Bear, we shed a bunch of weight. And so I thought this was interesting. And this is the weight that we shed. Okay. Boom. Fair amount of clothes. That ended up being where a lot of our extra weight came from. So, oh my goodness. I forgot I had this workout top. It was a workout top. Bobby had an extra pair of shorts here. Extra pair of boxers for him. 2 extra pairs of boxers. Actually, a fair amount of weight in this little guy right here. Hacky sack. And I don't know what this paper is. Oh, this is from Frank's house. Oh my gosh, this is the notes on how to play the game that we played with Rummy, with Frank.